Hello, dear students. Very good morning to you all. Hope all of you are keeping fine. Dear students of class 12, today I'm going to revise the total Act 4, Scene 1 of our Tempest drama. If you have not understood the class, please listen this module, this video, then of course you will come to know what the total thing is all about. Those who have missed the class and so please make the note and learn your class. Tomorrow onwards I will be teaching you English grammar. Please remember English grammar today, tomorrow onwards we'll be dealing. So please pay attention to this module. Alright.
The Tempest, Act 4, Scene 1, Part 1. Learning objectives. At the end of this module, the students will be able to get acquainted with the plot, theme, and the characters of the play, The Tempest, Act 4, Scene 1, Part 1. To understand the significance of the mythical masque arranged to entertain Ferdinand and Miranda. To analyze the character of Prospero as a moral teacher. Concepts in module. Introduction to the scene. Scene setting. Dramatis personae. The plot of the scene. Paraphrase and explanation. Critical appreciation. Characterization. Act 4, Scene 1, Part 1. This scene takes place in Prospero's cell. Prospero realizes that true love exists between Ferdinand and his daughter Miranda. He offers his daughter's hand to Ferdinand and agrees to their marriage. Prospero is very happy and orders Ariel to entertain Ferdinand and Miranda in the form of a masque. The masque is arranged in honor of the betrothal of Ferdinand and Miranda, in which Prospero shows a specimen of his supernatural art to the couple. It is performed by the spirits appearing in the guise of various goddesses. This scene takes place in Prospero's cell. He is very happy with Ferdinand and his true love for his daughter Miranda. Amid soft music, various goddesses like Iris, Ceres, Juno, etc. appear to bless the new couple. Ferdinand and Miranda are amazed to see the splendid performance of the spirits. Nymphs and land reapers are then called and they too perform a beautiful dance. The following characters appear in Act 4, Scene 1, Part 1. Prospero, Ferdinand, Miranda, Ariel and his spirits. Now let us acquaint ourselves with the plot of the scene. Prospero reaches his cell to meet Ferdinand and Miranda. He acknowledges of being harsh in punishing Ferdinand. He is satisfied with the genuineness of Ferdinand's love for his daughter Miranda. Ferdinand has passed the test and proved his love for Miranda. Prospero agrees to unite them in marriage, but only on one condition, that Ferdinand should promise to respect her chastity until the wedding ceremony is over. Prospero calls Ariel and orders him to bring his spirits and present a masque before Ferdinand and Miranda. Various spirits appear as goddesses to entertain the young couple. To begin with, Iris, the messenger of Juno, calls Ceres, the goddess of harvest, to join the celebration and bless the young couple. Juno blesses the young lovers that they may have a happy marriage, long life, wealth, and happiness. Ceres blesses them with the fertility of the soil, granaries with grains, trees laden with fruits. Ferdinand is enthralled to see the marvelous performance of the goddesses and confirms with Prospero that they are spirits. The nymphs and reapers are also invited for a dance performance towards the end of the masque. Prospero notices Juno and Ceres whispering something very seriously. He remembers the conspiracy of Caliban against his life and orders to end the masque. The dance and the music end abruptly and clumsily. Let us now critically analyze the scene. In Act 4, Scene 1, Prospero advises Ferdinand about the virtues of marriage like a teacher. Ferdinand understands the emotions and concerns of a father towards his daughter and agrees to the words of Prospero. Prospero is very happy with the genuineness of Ferdinand's love for Miranda, and he introduces a mask, which moves the spectators to comfortable realms of society and family. In the 16th and 17th century, masks were popular forms of entertainment in England. Masks featured masked actors performing allegorical, often highly ritualized stories drawn from mythology and folklore. The performance of a mask traditionally took place on festive occasions and at marriage celebrations. It included professional singers, musicians, monarchs and courtiers who danced and entertained. The mask is a rhymed verse, allegorical and mythical. Characters are mainly gods and goddesses of ancient mythology. The first figure to appear is Iris, the messenger of the gods who appears most often in non-human form as a rainbow. The rainbow is the symbol of God's promise after the great flood occurred, that he will no longer visit the earth with the worldwide destructiveness of flood. Similarly, in Greek and Roman mythology, the rainbow represents the promise of the calm after a storm. Iris calls on Ceres, goddess of the harvest, to join her in attending on Juno, queen of the gods and the symbol of marriage and family life in Roman mythology. Ceres is the symbol of agriculture and thus of nature, growth, prosperity, rebirth or regeneration. Juno, who appears as the moon, invites her bounteous sister Ceres to join her in blessing Ferdinand and Miranda and bring health and joy to their marriage. Ceres agrees and in a song announces that spring will follow harvest and winter will be passed over. Nymphs and reapers also appear towards the end of the masque. They appear in costly costumes presenting a lovely pageant. Let us now take a look at the character sketch of Prospero. Prospero appears as a very caring father in this scene. His great endearment for Miranda can be seen from the names he calls his daughter, like beloved darling, a rich gift, dear heart, a third of his own life. He is also autocratic in his treatment towards Ferdinand. He tests Ferdinand by putting him under trials. Now let us analyze the character of Ferdinand. Ferdinand is the hero of the romantic plot in the story. He is deeply in love with Miranda. He is prompt in accepting all the hardships and challenges to prove his love for Miranda. He respects Prospero and his fatherly advice. He vows to preserve Miranda's chastity like a true gentleman. He is brave, honorable, and pure in his thoughts. He displays loyalty, grace, and self-sacrifice in his relationship with Miranda. He is reasonable, self-controlled, and creative. He is the only person amongst the courtiers who learns the relevance of the supernatural activity that Prospero manages to generate through Ariel. He is enthralled as a spectator of the masque. He has the sensitivity to grasp the nature of Prospero's spiritual world and thus appears to be a son-in-law for Prospero.
The Tempest Act 4, Scene 1, Part 2. Learning Objectives. At the end of this module, the students will be Concepts in Module, Introduction to the Scene, Scene Setting, Dramatis Personae, the plot of the scene, paraphrase and explanation. critical appreciation, characterization. Stefano and Trinculo are heavily drunk, but they remember the murderous plan to be executed. They are stuck in a dirty pool and later find gorgeous clothes which are arranged as a part of Prospero's magic spell. Towards the end, they are chased by hounds. Prospero is happy that his enemies are under his control. This part of the scene also takes place before Prospero's cell. Prospero is reminded of the evil plot of Caliban against him, and the mask ends abruptly. Ariel leads the conspirators through thorny bushes into a stinking, filthy pool water. Then their attention is diverted as they see some gaudy clothes, and later they are chased by hounds. Now let us acquaint ourselves with the plot of the scene. Prospero is reminded of the evil plans of Caliban. He compliments the spirits for their wonderful performance and asks them to leave. Ferdinand and Miranda are clueless of Prospero's anger. Prospero explains to Ferdinand that the whole show was an illusion. In his famous speech, he says that the earth with all its treasures, the splendid palaces and temples, is an illusion. He orders Ariel to find the conspirators. Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo are found intoxicated with drinking. Ariel lures them with his drum, after which the three conspirators wander like untrained horses through thorny bushes and prickly groves, and finally he makes them fall in a dirty pool. Prospero is very happy with Ariel's job. He calls Caliban a devil who worsens with age. After a while, the three rogues are out of the pool and reach Prospero's cell. There, they are attracted by gaudy articles on a lime tree, which is a part of Prospero's magic spell, arranged to mislead the three rogues. Stefano and Trinculo are attracted towards the glittering clothes and start wearing them. Caliban reminds them that they have to murder Prospero and forget about the worthless clothes. Both Stefano and Trinculo ignore Caliban's warnings and are busy trying different clothes. At this moment, Prospero sends his spirits in the form of dogs and hounds, and they chase the three conspirators out. Finally, Prospero is happy that all his enemies are at his mercy now. He promises Ariel that his work will be over in a little while and he would be set free by him. Now let us read and understand the play. The following slides consist of the original text of the play. Let us now critically analyze the second part of the scene. Act 4, Scene 1, Part 2 presents the climax of Prospero's revenge against Caliban. Stefano and Trinculo are easily tricked by Prospero's plan of the gorgeous garments hung on a tree. The culmination of Caliban's plot against Prospero occurs as a moment of comic relief. It exposes the weaknesses of the two drunkards and their vicious behavior. Prospero is a sympathetic soul. His goodness can be seen when he punishes his enemies, who plotted against his death, with mild punishments. The play holds some dramatic tension here, as the audience wonders whether Prospero's anger and desire for revenge, or his potential for kindness and desire to both extend and receive forgiveness, will triumph in the final act. Stefano had dreams of becoming the king of the island. He is overambitious and treats Caliban and Trinculo as his deputies. Both Stefano and Trinculo fall in the trap of the gaudy dresses and and face the consequences. Caliban is sensible to recognize the trap laid by Prospero to distract them. Now, let us analyze the character of Prospero. The action of the Tempest is governed mainly by Prospero's supernatural powers, which he exercises through his obedient spirit, Ariel. Through his magic, he subdues and punishes his enemies by creating situations which force them to repent for their actions. Apart from being a loving father to Miranda and a good master to Ariel, he is soft at heart.
Yes, dear students, that was the quick revision of Act 4, the complete scene. Thus, it is up to you now to spend your time in studies and make note of the things. If you find any difficulty, please send the information to me that I will get. Nobody else is going to get. Whatever message that you sent from that group, I will only get. Please remember that. Okay, nobody else, your friends are not going to see them. Thus, and I will be personally responding to you and you will get that one. Alright? So please do that one and take care. Hereby I stop the class and tomorrow I will be coming to you with English first. English grammar. Okay, until then take care, and today I will be sending you the syllabus of the examination also. Thank you very much. God bless you.